front-facing camera. Here we go. Aloha ika ohana, welcome back to my channel. I think it's an appropriate time to make a chit chat get ready with me today, since I do have the house to myself, and kind of just talk about where I'm at, what's been happening, this, a couple other things that are happening and coming up. So if you want to catch up with me and watch me put makeup on, grab some makeup yourself and let's do it together. And keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do, because my lips have been particularly chapped, put on some lip balm. What's been up, guys? I was supposed to film an IG video, but I'm just gonna hold off on that because I want to do this YouTube one. You know what I've been into lately? Yeah, I know. Crazy. Shaving my face. Let me tell you, it makes for such a smoother application with my makeup. I feel such a difference with how smooth it applies, and I don't know. I saw one of Huda Beauty's Instagram posts and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a try because I've been thinking about doing it before. You know, there's always that, no, if you shave your hair, it's gonna grow back faster, or it's gonna grow back thicker and all that kind of stuff. But it just works for me, and once I tried it, you know, I just couldn't go back. This is the first time I've done it since, I don't know, a couple of days. I don't do it every day. I do it maybe every other. So, okay, lip balm is on. Let's start with toner. I've been loving this Clinique toner for quite a while now. It's one that my Kane introduced me to. I've been wanting to try the Ulla Henriksen oil control toner. I don't know, the one that Desi Perkins raved about. The one she said that Steven got her while they were in Paris when she had that breakout. And she made that thing go viral. I want to finish this one up first because it's really good. This is it. This is the toner. This thing is huge. It usually comes in a smaller bottle, but this one is special because it has the pump. They usually just have the one where you pour and like that thing, but because it is easier though, you know, you just put your cotton pad on here and then pump. Oh man, can I just say that it's so... You hear it? Next step, I'm gonna go in with this Clinique hydrating, dramatically different hydrating jelly. My girl Harker from Clinique Hawaii sent over a few products. Oh my god, I still can't believe that that's actually people's job. I mean, makeup gets sent to them. I cannot, I don't know, like it's crazy because when I look in stores at how much things cost, and to think that things go sent to them like that is crazy. I can see for celebrities, obviously, because they're celebrities, they're famous, and whatever they put on or they use, people, you know, it's crazy to think that we can do that too now. I mean, it's crazy. So I like press that into my skin. I rub it, but then I can really feel the product just moving around. I don't really feel it soaking in as opposed to pressing it in. So I really like to do that. All right, so life update. Well, I got married. Ha 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 ha. Praise Jesus. It's been in the works for a while now. If y'all didn't know, Kane means husband, okay? But even when people aren't married, I hear people calling their man Kane. If you look on the Hawaiian dictionary online, it does specify that Kane means, what does it mean? I don't know. Let me go look right now. I don't know. I don't think it means like strictly the word husband. I think it also means boyfriend, companion. I don't know. I'm gonna look right now. Kane and I have been together for almost 2.5 years now, maybe 2 years. As I'm sure the majority of you know, we have been long distance. And that, my friends, I do not recommend at all. I've said that before. I've said it in almost every time I talk about Kelly and I's relationship is, oh, it's not for the faint of heart. And really, I truly believe that it's all God that we've even made it this far and to even be married, and it's crazy. And I'm so grateful that, you know, all those lonely nights has really paid off. And so all glory to God for it, girl, because let me tell you, it is not for everybody. If you've ever been in a long distance relationship yourself, you'd know that communication is at the highest level, even more so than actually being together, obviously, because you're not together all the time. So it's been a journey. Now that we're finally together, we're married, and we're living together. I mean, this is our room. This is where we're at right here. I just like shower myself in this thing, man. This is, ooh, girl. This is the e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist. Oh, I'm like soaked. Glow Dewy Mist, the coconut and argan oil. Still testing it out, but I really do like how it feels. Excuse me a moment. Just let it settle in, press it in. Wow. All right, there we go. That's better. We'll let it sit a little bit more. Yes, so Kane means male husband, male sweetheart, brother-in-law of a woman. male, masculine, to be a husband or brother-in-law of a woman. Right, so that's what kana means. Yeah, we finally got married. We got married on Sunday. Yes, we got married on Sunday, and it was really small. I know that I blasted it on social media and Facebook, and everybody kind of asked, especially his side of the family, because the majority of my side knew. And when I say my side, I just really mean my siblings and my mother. I mean, obviously my mother was in the loop the whole time. My siblings were, and that's about it. But his side, he has his mom and his grandma and his siblings, and then he has his aunties and uncles and the whole stretch. And also everyone on his side on Facebook was kind of, wow, where was my invitation? You know, why wasn't I, you know, all that kind of stuff. To explain myself, it was really small, and honestly, it got to the point where we just wanted it to be me and him because of how complicated, you know, my brother couldn't make it, and then some of his family members couldn't make it on a certain date that we moved it to because of the date that my brother was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it. And it just really got to the point where, you know, God, like, what is going on, and why is it, you know, why is it delaying so much? And we just finally got it done, and it was beautiful, and our lole was super nani, beautiful. I think it was jaw-dropping gorgeous in my opinion. It was purple. All right, what's next? So face is prepped. I gotta turn this fan on, guys. I'm sorry, the audio is gonna get because it's Waiʻanae, pre-spring, about to be summer, so the heat is just about to come in, and so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn this fan on, and the audio is probably gonna be crap. I'll just keep it low. How's that? Okay, I'm gonna be back and with my beauty blender. Oh no, now we gotta prime. Okay, so skin is prepped and primed. Not primed yet, actually. We're gonna go priming. We're gonna go priming now. Let me just tell you, we're just gonna get real right now, okay? Because this is the real tea. So obviously, I've been living on Molokai and he's been living here. And we've been long distance for nearly a year. There's always the question of who's gonna move where, you know, am I gonna go there or are you gonna come here? Now, with where we live, it's kind of difficult. Where I live, it's difficult with employment. It's harder there as opposed to living here on Oahu. And if you've ever been to Oahu, you know that there's so much to do, you know, there's so much opportunities. So when we made the decision, we would relocate here to Oahu, or I would relocate here to Oahu because I was on Molokai obviously the whole time, and I was working. So if you haven't seen my I quit my job video, the one that I uploaded before this one, go and check that out, and then you'll see the backstory of what happened with my job and all that kind of stuff. So after all of that was done, I was kind of free to do whatever I wanted because I wasn't working anymore. So I was able to relocate here as soon as I wanted to because I was done with my job. I was done working. When all of that happened, I was coming down to Oahu just to spend the weekend with him. I wasn't planning to move at that time. I can't remember if it was for something specific. I think it was just to spend the weekend because I hadn't seen him since Christmas break, because when Christmas break was over, I mean, obviously I had to go back to work. School was starting again, but I never went back in after that. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna end this job and I'm gonna be done. And I'll admit that the way that I did it was not the best, but I didn't know how else to do it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, go watch the previous video. Did I say video? But after all of that done, I was thinking to myself, okay, well, my mom ended up telling me, well, there's no purpose of you being here anymore. If you're done with your job, you could just be there. And I thought, no, I'm not ready. Plus, we weren't married. So that's another whole, we're gonna get into that tea right now, okay? Before we get into that, I got a bunch load of samples from Sephora the other day of things that I wanted to try out. The Cover FX gripping primer right here. I got a sample of it because they didn't have any, they were all out. I used the Tarte smoothing primer base, timeless smoothing primer base, the one that Tati raves about, and the Cover FX gripping primer that Tati raves about. So we're gonna use both of that and see how it works. So we weren't married, and look, I am not the best at, I'm not the best Christian. Ooh, girl, it's spilling out. Oh, wow. Now, I am not your A-list Christian Jesus follower. I'm not. In fact, I am far from. But I do love God. I do love Holy Spirit. Try to be Spirit-led as much as I possibly can. And in everything that I do, I take to prayer. Okay? So how does that do with you moving in with your fiance or your boyfriend before you're married? Hey, newsflash, we make mistakes. Obviously, knowingly, that's not something that you're supposed to do. Who says that you're not or you're not supposed to do it, okay? It's just not right before the eyes of God. Whatever your opinion is about it, that's just what it is. And I'm just being real and raw and honest because that's just a fact. And I knowingly went into that situation knowing, okay? My flesh got the better of me. We went into it knowingly. Okay, so I ended up, when I first initially came over, I didn't have a place to stay. My sister does live a few miles away, but I just didn't want to inconvenience her because she does have babies. You know, she has her own little family, and plus I'd be with Kelly for the whole day. Kelly, did I just say his name like that? Oh my gosh. I'd be with Kelly for the majority of the day, so I'd be in and out, in and out. So I needed a place to stay. So he had asked his grandmother for me to stay with them. Now, like my mother, his grandmother has the same beliefs, and so does his father. And I had the biggest, like, I don't know if I want to do that, stay with you because I know your grandma's views and I know your dad's views. But he ended up asking, and his grandmother said yes. I ended up staying with him. But the difference is, what little differences probably seems to many of you, is I ended up sleeping on the floor. Oh god, no. I ended up sleeping on his bed and he ended up sleeping on the floor right next to me, but a little further away. That really doesn't make a difference, you know. His grandmother and his dad were and still are very gracious. I mean, now that we're married, you know, we can obviously sleep on the same bed in the same room with the door closed. I'm getting there. They were very gracious and still are to allow me to stay, even though we weren't married. With that being said, I was only supposed to stay for the weekend because before that we hadn't seen each other since Christmas, New Year's break, and I think it was almost the ending of January, beginning of February, I want to say. I'm not sure. So it was supposed to just be the weekend that I stay, and to this day I've never left. And it's March 7th. I mean, I went home the other week. Obviously the Molokai vlog will be up, and then I came back. So that's pretty much the whole rundown. I think I'm gonna put a little bit right in here. So now we're married, and I can honestly say I'm not gonna cry because it is the best feeling in the world, you know. All right, I think we're blended to ask me. So now that we're married, he can come back to Molokai with me because that was one thing. My mom said, he's not coming to this house unless y'all are married, which is so much more strict than his grandma and his dad. But it was the same, you know. It's kind of like, so this room, you should have seen the work that he did on this room. It is crazy. I mean, I wish he took a before and after, I mean a before picture at least, because the transformation on this room is unreal. I mean, I didn't know him to be a handyman, but he is a handyman indeed, and I am so proud of what he did because it is such a big dramatic change from what it was before. Simple stuff, you know, just painting and the flooring and a few shelves and moving things around, clearing things out, but still, I mean, I am so proud of what he did. And when we moved into this room, we were actually out in his parlor. The timing of everything just worked out perfectly because we were able to clean out that whole place, that whole half of the parlor that we were in before we moved into this room. And actually we had to clean out that part of the house first so that the remaining things that were in this room could move in there. Excuse me. Once all of that was cleaned out, we were able to take everything out that was in this closet and put it out into the parlor. So everything, the timing of it all was perfect. And then boom, right after that parlor was cleaned out, his brother came home. Everything was organized. The floors were wiped down, mopped, swept out. Everything was clean. Right after that happened, his brother ended up coming home and is staying in that parlor now. So you see how good God is. Everything, I'm telling you, man, Romans 8:28 is real. Now it's just a matter of me finding a part-time job. That's where we're at. I obviously want to kickstart YouTube and Instagram and make that my full-time job, but obviously until that happens, realistically, especially living in Hawaii, it's just not gonna happen immediately. Growth and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying anything's impossible, but realistically, we kind of need money. So it's just kicking that off and working that out. Should I wipe this bake off? Wow, that is the smoothest forehead if I ever did see one. Shoot, man, that primer is unbelievable. Okay, and what makes this all the more difficult is the fact that I have to record all of this on my phone, and it's kind of hard. I don't have that dongle, is that what they call it, to upload my videos on my phone onto my computer, so I have to airdrop everything, and I kind of have to do everything that way. So the bigger the file is, the harder it is for me to send it, and for some reason the storage on my laptop, it doesn't hold very much stuff, so I have to delete videos as I go and make new ones because I can't keep everything on my small laptop, and I have a laptop, not a desktop, so I have to delete everything as I go. And then this weekend I fly to Maui for my church's women's conference. Just an overnight thing. It's just from Friday evening and then Saturday morning, and then we fly back, so it's not very long. It's just so frustrating to work like this because you really cannot. It's hot, the audio is crap, there's chickens going off outside. There you go. It's like really hard, and you can tell how very quickly you can get discouraged from doing things like this, you know, and trying to make it work and happen, but it's just not working and happening. But am I gonna give up? No. I'm gonna go into this thing, chickens and all. So when Kelly comes home, I think we're gonna go do some laundry because I need some to take to Maui tomorrow. My flight tomorrow is early in the morning, and we're trying to work it out because he has to go to work and be at work at 7:30. We gotta fight the traffic going to the airport, but when he comes back, it's not so bad. This foundation match? I don't know. Alright, we're done. I'm gonna go in with Anastasia powder bronzer, cappuccino. I think, you know what? I'm still figuring out my face structure. So I'm trying to find good placement for me. There's just, you know, I obviously see the hollow right here, and that's where I want to place it. But then when I do place it there, it kind of just looks muddy. I don't know if it's how I'm applying it. I sure as heck know it's not the bronzer. I place it. I don't go in like that just yet, but I place it. And I kind of don't like to take it past my nose, so I kind of keep it like right there, like not anywhere past my lips. That's what I really like to do now, is really bring that mirror up close and really see how seamlessly it's blending, how my pores are looking, how everything's kind of, if it's seamless, if it's not seamless, what I need to do better, what I, you know, always making improvements. So next now I'm gonna go in with this H&M blush in Warm Desert, but this baby is pigmented, so I like to put it on the back of my hand, place it right above that bronzer. I normally like to focus it right in on the top of my cheeks as opposed to on the apples, but I'll drag it down just a little bit. She like really brings that mirror in super close to just look and see everything. And now it's blending, and I think that is such a cool little technique to do, because I would never have thought. I'm kind of not wanting to see everything up close because I'm seeing every crack and line and all that kind of stuff and imperfection, and I kind of don't want to do that. But just to see everything blend in seamlessly together, that is what I'm gonna go and put my hair back, and then I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. highlighter, Apricot Glow. Oh, maybe not Apricot Glow. No, Blush Gems. Apricot Glow was the one that my girl Libby on Instagram helped me with. She's here on YouTube too. Go check her out. Subscribe, like, comment, everything. When we were first following each other, she helped me out because this highlighter, this Blush Gems is beautiful, but then when I got Apricot Glow, it's like everything just went to crap. And so she saw my Insta story and she commented and said, oh, you have to scrape off the top. And I scraped off the top and it is beautiful now. So thank you, Libby. But today I'm gonna go in with Blush Gems just because I'm really feeling this pink vibe since it's almost spring. So we're just gonna hit it right there, right there, right there. Oh yes, girl. Check that texture, which is normally not where I put highlight. I usually like to put highlight up here, but I'm feeling a little bold today and I'm just gonna put it right there because I can, because I want to. And I'm just gonna put it up in this inner corner here and just call it a day. Wow, so I just kind of went in on the highlighter. I added it to almost every high point of my face. Put it a little bit in my inner corners, between the brows, on the high points of the brows, on the lips. So I'll be back with lashes, mascara, lip, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I know I said I was going to be back with the lip and lashes, but why does this lash look so much darker than this one? I don't understand. We're just going to let that one go. So for lip, I'm going to do what I've been normally doing for these past couple of days. For me, it's kind of hard because I'm trying to find my perfect nude. And I know this isn't necessarily nude. It's the closest thing. I can't use like a pinky nude, or, you know, my skin tone is just not that light to where I can use a pinky nude. I got to find something a little bit more brown. I could actually just call it a day with lip balm right now. I want to be a little bit more with the lip today. So I'm going to go in with this lip liner from Morphe. It is the Trendsetter lip liner. So I'm just going to line my lips. And this is something that I really want to get better at doing because it's a tough part for me because I can't really see where my lip line ends and where it begins. So I'm kind of just guessing when I'm lining. So when I line, I feel like I'm making a crooked line and I'm not really making, you know, straight line. So these are one of my goals for this year, is to improve at lip lining. And then next we're gonna go in with the Milani Matte Beauty number 69, I guess you want to call it, lipstick. Ooh, girl. For gloss, I'm gonna go into Dose of Colors, girl, over the top. Thank you. I'll tell you what, that primer is so good. I'm looking at these pores over here. I can't see a thing. Oh my gosh. It's pretty much inevitable as far as the cracking around my nose and my smile lines, no matter what. There's minor birds all up in there outside. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat. Get ready with me to go absolutely nowhere. But I just want to thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. There are 1,000,001 other YouTubers, Instagrammers out there, but the fact that I even have as many subscribers and followers on Instagram is crazy. To see where this journey can take you as far as being an influencer on social media. Being an influencer is crazy, and with the little influence that I have already, with the little audience that I have, insane. Oh man, it's crazy, and I have so much fun doing this. It really is what I believe I was called to do and my passion. So I'm really thankful for each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and come join the Ohana. We're 86 subscribers strong, I think now. It's so small, but it's so much bigger than others, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not to sound like toot my own horn or anything. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. About to go film some IG videos. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Kuiho.